Likkutei Torah Emor, page Lamed Beis, 15 lines in the top, or so. Okay, so the Alter Rebbe is explaining, after he explained the whole in the Kaddish and what the hairs of a Nazir are called Kaddish, because Kedusha is likened to Sar, because in order for Kedusha to be revealed in the world, there has to be a symptom and limitation. And he says that's why the first group of Malachim say Kaddish, because they realize the way Elokus is completely removed from the world, Ani Rishon, Ani Achrein, and the whole existence of the world is only with a great Tzimtzum. So therefore he says now, through these Malachim understanding that level of godliness, then they have become this inflamed and burning chuk of Irish to become one with the king, the preciousness of the king, and therefore it says Srafim. Therefore they're called Srafim, al shem rish be'esh, because Srafim means burning. They have this burning love and fiery connection to Hashem. Therefore they say Kaddish once. They have one will and one will only, to become one with the essence of Hashem. Therefore they say Srafim aim the mimaloi. Oh, 1 second, this we learned. Okay, 1 second. No, we learned this already. No, so he says that's why Srafim aim the mimaloi. Who's the loy? The pasuk before said Adnai, and the Srafim stand above the level of Adnai. Adnai is Malchus, and the Srafim have his baininess not in the level of Mamalakal, which is Seviv. I mean Mamala, but in the level of Seviv. Okay, so we have to go further down. Yeah, okay. Skip, let's say, 10 lines from where we started today. That's what the Yeshaya says in the pasuk. I see the level of Adnai sitting on the chair. When Likkutei comes into the world of Bria, which is the level of Kisei, I'll explain in a second. So he sees Adnai, Yosef ala Kisei, meaning coming down into the level of Bria. Now it says like this. Atzilus is bittul. Okay, that's why you stand by Shemon Esrei. It's Atzilus, right? Complete bittul, you stand feet together, there's no movements. Shema, on the other end, you sit. What is in your sitting by Shema? Because Shema, from Yetzer Art until Shemon Esrei, is the world of Bria. Right? Until Baruch Shama is Asiyah, Baruch Shama to Yishtabach is Yitzira, after Yishtabach to Shemon Esrei is Bria, and Shemon Esrei is Atzilus. So, the level of Bria is called Kisei. Why is it called Kisei? Because when you sit, you lower yourself. Like you're standing, you're taller than when you're sitting. So therefore, the world of Bria, which means Elokus coming down into Bria, Yeshmi Ayin, that level is called Yeshiva. So what does he say? Adnai Yeshiv al Kisei Avaya. He sees the level of Adnai, Malchus, sitting over Kisei, meaning the way Malchus comes into the world of Bria. So then he says, which is called Kisei. That's what it says. Ato Giber le'elam Hashem. But it's Adnai, right? Ato Giber le'elam Hashem. Simply means you are strong forever, Hashem. Yeah. But he's saying, in order to have Adnai in Olam, you need to have Ato Giber, the level of Gvura and Simtzum, for Adnai to come into world, into Bria. Shetzarchli is Gvura v'Tzimtzum, Ad Sheyom Shechli is B'Bchinas Adnai. Then Adnai Malchus can come into the lower level. Da'ainu inyan Ad Nishtamei Adain Al Koila, as you are known as Adain, the master of everything. Bechinas zunim shechli is biyah. Bechinas is chalkus. There comes the creation of Bria and Yitzir and Asiyah. Bechol echad afi erkei shezeu aydei gvuris etzimtzumim tchila. So he's saying like this: Serafim and those malachim that they feel kodesh. All they want to do is get away from Mamala Kol Almin and connect to Sefer Kol Almin, to a level higher than the world. Therefore, it says, Serafim Eimdim Mimal Loi. Who is the Loi? The level of Adnai, because first in the Pasuk speaks about Adnai. Adnai Yosef Al Kisei, and then it says, Serafim Eimdim Mimal Loi. So who is the Loi? The level of Adnai, which is the level of Malchus. Now, Malchus is the level that comes into Bria. But these Malachim have a longing to be higher than that. And because that's where they're longing, that's where they are. And the Baal Shem Tov said, where you want to be, that's where you are. And it becomes Gvul Mido. This is what the Pasuk says. Srafim Eimdim Mimalei. The Srafim are above Mamala Kol Almin, above the Malach, the Malchus. Kleimar ki'ilu ein l'mayla b'chinas shem Adnai, which is Mamala Kol Almin. Why are they higher than Adnai? Because ikad shukosa lahat b'chinas sefer Kol Almin, which is called Kodesh. What do they want? And here the Alter Rebbe is explaining the one-time Kodesh is very holy, holier than the other two. The first Kodesh is all they want is to connect to the level of godliness which is completely removed from world, not the level of Adnai Malchus that becomes interworld, dresses itself into world, deals with world on world's level, which is already a limitation. Correct. And what is the desire of the Malachim? Law says Magbalos and to leave their limitations and their tzimtzum. From the level of godliness that gives them existence, which is Mamala Kol Almin, Ulidavik B'chinas Seviv Kol Almin. They want to connect to the level of higher.
But they don't come back.
They do, the Srafim, they stick around for a while. Because this is where they want to go to, Nikra Eimdim. It's like they're there. Like the Baal Shem Tov said, right, where a person wants to be. In fact, it's interesting. The Rebbe, so what's the source in Halacha for what the Baal Shem Tov said? We're just learning this in Rambam now, in the Din of Erevin. If a guy wants to go, he can't go more than 2,000 amas outside of a city. Whatever you want to go more, you make Erev Tchumi, put a piece of some bread there, then you can go another 2,000.
Before Shabbos.
You have to put it before Shabbos, but then on Shabbos you can walk even another 2,000 amas, yeah? But the question is, why? Because I put my bread there, I can go. So the answer is, a person's mind is on his food. So therefore, therefore it's like you're there. Therefore you can carry, it's like when Shabbos began, you're there, so you can go another 2,000 amas. So you see clearly from that din, in the Gemara, and Shulchan, whatever, that a person is where they want to be. And he said, and that's why they say Kaddish once. Okay. A person is a mini world. So if there's that level in Malachim, there's that level in people also. Right? If there's level if a person's a microcosm of world, so if there's Malachim in the world called Srafim, that exists within the person. Shall Gimel Kitas Malachim, and now, because Malachim is the level of Pratis, but a person has everything. Okay, so he says, that's the level of the first group. Let's say Kaddish once, you be called the Malka. You want to look and be connected to the essence of Hashem. That level also exists within the person where you say to Shabalev, in the element of fire that's in the heart. We know we have 4 elements. So there's an element of fire. Now, the Rebbe says in Tanya, in the first parak, that the nefesh has the 4 elements. In evil, kas and gaiva come from the element of fire. Right? Taivas come from the element of water. Talking in evil, in the nefesh habamis. Boasting hot air, that comes from the level of ruach. And laziness and depression comes from awful. But then you have that in kedusha. You have the level of Eish, the burning fire that a Jew has in the Neshama has to become one with Hashem. And he says, Kikmei shall go for Morkev, bottom line of the page. Just like the body, Morkev Midalad, you say this Gashmi, is composed of 4 physical elements. V'chein and Nefesh Habamis. The Nefesh Habamis is also Morkev Midalad, you say this Ruchnim the night. And just like that Rebbe says in Tanya, that the Nefesh Habamis, like we just said, has also 4 elements. But he says the same way, Nefesh Ulikis, Klula Umerkeves, Bedalit Yesedis Ruchnin, the Kedusha Ulikis. So the Nefesh Ulikis also has 4 elements. So what's the level of Eish, for instance? The burning love of Hashem. What's the level of Mayim in the Nefesh Ulikis? The enjoyment of Elukus. Ruach is Ruach Ha'ila Lamaila, wants to go up higher, closer to Hashem. And offered is a level of bittul. So you have it in evil, you have it in kedusha, you have it in every level. So therefore he says, if a person is a mini world, and in the person there is Eish Mayim Ruach and Offer, and you have all these levels by the person also. Well, Mishkin, you say the Mayim Ubamev, you say the Eish Ubalev. So he says like this. Now he's speaking about the 4 elements. If everything is composed of 4 elements, why is this a table and this a floor? Each one has 4 elements. So the difference, what makes this a floor and this a table, is because the composition of how much of each one of the elements is in each one. Exactly. Certain things are more dirt and more, whatever it is. So he says, Ein Shav B'cholad, Sheyesh Yisei the Maimu Bizgabris Yisei. Some people, the element of water is stronger. V'yesh B'ei V'chinis Yisei Reish Bizgabris Yisei. Commercial gecholim, you have coals. Sheyesh gecholim buried ba'esh, mislide by megilu. You have coals that are burning. Burning coals, you see the fire. Then you have gecholim eimamis, simmering coals. Yeah, you make a barbecue, so the fire goes out, but the coals are still burning hot. But you don't openly see the fire that you do when the coals are burning. It's only behelim. Nevertheless, even in the gecholim that are simmering, there's still one element of fire left, that when you blow on it, then like a blacksmith, they have those blowers, whatever they call them, that make the thing go. So he says, by some people, it's more revealed, you say the Eish. By some people, you say the Mayim, whatever. So he said, but when you blow on it, it's still there. Yeah. So he said, by some people, the element of fire, you see, the burning, sensation in them, the Yeshi, you say, that nitzus, but this nitzus is found by every single Jew. So therefore he says like this. These malachim, now the Rebbe is now bringing it down into avodah, so to speak. Now the Rebbe has explained that the Srafim have this burning love to be connected to Hashem. So he says, then every Jew also has this level of this burning love of Hashem. So he said, by some people, you see openly the element of fire of the Nefesh Ulikis. By some people, you don't see it openly. But if you blow on it, it's going to come out. So he said, therefore, what's the avodah of a Jew if you don't feel this fiery desire to be one with Hashem? You got to blow on it. You got to with strength. You got to... And he's going to explain what that means. He says, "L'zeis or eitza." What's the eitza? L'nafche b'chazaka. to blow on it with strong power. And he says the same thing in the Nefesh Sholakis. Sometimes you have to kindle this fire, which exists in the element of fire in the heart. That you blow it. What's the blowing? The Alter Rebbe says, he's saying now, the whole davening until Shema. The whole davening until Shema is meditation, which blows and awakens. Again, what's the blowing by the fire? It awakens the fire. So a Jew has to awaken the fire within him. So how do you awaken the fire within him? To be after Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavcha, the ava, the burning love, b'chol levavcha, nafshcha b'chol me'edecha. So that you have to blow on it. What's the blowing? The meditation of Seder Tefillah, Matul Krishma, Mizbeinim b'gedul lasi is Baruch Shem v'ayar. And that's this Beinish B'Tefillah until Levachu B'chol Krishma. That's Hakol B'chinas Anifuach. That's all the blowing. Shemenafchem Etzanitza Shal Yitzei Da'ei Shal Iki Shebelevavai. That it should also be revealed. Okay. So he says this is the Aveda of a Jew to become Srafim Ein Demimalai, to become this level of Kedusha. And how did Alter Rebbe get into this whole Megillah to get into this? So the Alter Rebbe is explaining there's Seviv and there's Mamala. Yeah? So Mamala is the limited level of Al-Quds in the world. Then he said, so if we went to the whole long thing, okay, and the level of Kedusha, separation, all that. So he says, what's the Malachim? The Kaddish. So the first Kaddish is the level of Sraf. And there you have this burning love to be higher than world, higher than Adnai. So therefore, what's our Aveda? Also to have this burning love of Hashem. It's not, this flame is not, we don't see the ignited, illuminated flame in us. He says, yeah, you still got the spark, you got to blow on it. And like the coals, you blow on it, out comes the burning fire. What is the blowing on it? You're going to blow on your nefesh kiss, nothing's going to happen. He says, this blowing means davening, meditating. And he says, Ubechol levavcha shebekrishma. Therefore, when a person says, Bechol levavcha, Mizgala anitza sheyisedo ish aliki belev b'chinas gilui, then you reveal the level of the spark of the neshama within you, shemislait umislait b'tshuka v'rish be'ish elov. That should burn the burning fire to Hashem. And that's what the pasuk says, v'nigdashti b'seich b'nei Yisrael. All the way back at the Maamar began, v'nigdashti b'seich b'nei Yisrael. Now it's interesting. It's a very funny expression. V'nigdashti means we will become holy, b'seich b'nei Yisrael, in the midst of the b'nei Yisrael. Kudshem, nigdashti b'nei Yisrael. What do you mean, b'seich b'nei Yisrael? That means the Kedusha has to come from within, b'seich, inside, to reveal that level within the Jew. That's what he says. Pirish teich b'nei Yisrael. What does it mean, teich b'nei? V'nigdashi b'nei Yisrael. Teich b'nei Yisrael means in the middle, in the essence of the Jew. Nikuda pnimi shel halev shel kol echad v'echad miYisrael, within every single Jew. V'sham b'teich nikuda pnimis halev, inside the pnimis of the heart, meaning where this Yesod ha'esh, where this spark of fire is, v'nigdash liyas libam ber berish be'esh, v'ava az, with the strong love, this takala b'yikared the malko, which is kadosh shemovdol, and ve'in arech elav klal, where Hashem has no connection to us whatsoever. So what is he saying? This level of kedusha got to permeate the inside of the Jew, not the external levels of the Jew. Because if it's only external, easy come is easy go. If it permeates you, you worked on it, you got it, then it's you. Otherwise, external is not you. It's all show. One second. Chassidus explained, there's a Pnimi in people. There's a Pnimi and a Chitzin. Pnimi means internal. Means he doesn't do it for show. A Pnimi means he really means it. No matter where he is, when he is, how he is, this is his level. You can have a Chitzin if people are around, they'll make a show. You know, so he's not doing it for himself. He's doing it for the show. It's like, they say, you know what the true test of a religious Jew is? The true test of a religious Jew, if you'd be somewhere that it would be impossible for anybody to see you. I mean, today you have satellites, but I'm saying hypothetically, if you would be in a place where there's nobody in the world that could possibly know what you're doing, and over there you're a religious Jew. More than when you do it for the show. That's a religious Jew. Like it says about the Alter Rebbe's Siddim, the tzaddik Nestorm that used to go around the Baal Shem Tov's missions, you know, they said as soon as the city realized something about them, they left. They left. They didn't want anybody to know. Because then it's not for you, it's for them. And he says, that's when that this level of Kedusha has to be within the inner level of the Jew. You know, not like, they tell like there's a guy who was up late at night learning, but he had the shades drawn. No, nobody should look in. But he made a hole in the shade that people should look in and say, whoa, look at that. He even has the shades down. He doesn't want anybody to know that he's learning late at night. But meanwhile, he made a hole that people should be able to see. You know what I mean? That's the difference. What?
Betoch means that permeate in, or is it already in and it's going to come out?
Both. It's there, but you have to reveal it, the reality of it. But again, if it's for the show, I'm not saying, halavai, we should do things for the show as long as we do it. I mean, that's not our issue. But you hear with Don Chassidus, that
if it's for the show, it's not the real Betoch.
correct. In the Rebbe Rashab's Sichas, Torah Shol, and other places, he really is knocking the whole concept of a chitzin, who does it for a show. No, it's really, it's not you, you're doing it, you know. But Rabbi once verbringed with us, and he said, but you have to find good in everything. There's still something good in a chitzin, a person that does things for show. No. He says, the fact that he does it shows that the color is precious by him. If learning, let's say, wouldn't be precious to him, why would he fake it? Or why would he do it for show? So even though, it's only for show, it's not him. It's not you. The whole accomplishment of Chassidus that Alter Rebbe wanted was, it should be primus. Chabad is primus. Not in the dress, in the, you know. But a lot of places, by the way, the whole Inyan of Chassidus is only in the garments. You wear a shtreimel and the long white socks and all that stuff, then you're a chassid. You take off the shtreimel, you're fried out. No, I'm serious, I'm not joking. That's Chagash Chassidus, that's what it is. But by them, it's the levush. But levushim, you know, you can take a guy and dress him up with a shtreimel, white socks. I mean, look exactly like a Jew. Now, the Rebbe's Chabad demands paninius. Is not therefore there was never an emphasis in Chabad on the levushim. You know, because that's external. Garments are external. It has to be in a paninius. It has to internalize within the person. And he says, that's what it says in Ikdashti B'Seich B'nei Yisrael. Again, Kedusha means separate, but Kedusha means a revelation of Kedusha, which is a revelation which is separated from world. So that exists in the Teich B'nei Yisrael, that nitzitz, he says, is there. What Hashem wants is we should reveal that nitzitz, but not reveal it in a chitzin way. It should be revealed in a way that Pnimi, it's you.
find myself.
Okay, again, this is not our problem. This stuff is not our problem. We got other problems. The number to just to do it. Who cares if for the show, not for the show, just do it, right? But in a deeper level, what Chassidus demands is pnimius. Pnimius means you and the thing are one. If you and the thing are one, it's like they give a simple mashal. Chassidus gives them about many other things. I don't breathe for the show. I don't breathe to impress you. I breathe because that's me. If I don't breathe, I'm dead. Right? So I'm breathing, and I don't need you to see me breathe. I don't want you to see me breathe for that matter. Right? But breathing, that's me. That's why the Rabbi used to say many times in the Sikhs. You know, nobody ever says, I need a vacation from breathing. You want a vacation from work, from family, from whatever. You want a vacation. Okay. But nobody ever says, you know, I'm breathing 24/7, $365 for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. You know, I want a break already. No, it never enters a person's mind that I want to take a break from breathing. Why? Because you don't breathe. That's you. I mean, it's your life. The Rabbi says, is that your life? What do you mean a break from? I want to break, you know, if Hashem would give me a week off, well, he does the Cholam Bayit, but if Hashem would give me a month off from Yiddishkeit, you know, can you imagine? I could sleep a whole day. I could sleep a whole day and eat what I want and do what I want. And 1 month, 1 week a year. Let him give me off a week a year. I mean, that's, some people are smart, at least they think it, but they don't say it. You know, if God can give me, I'm not in the mood today. In other words, I'm not in the mood. So I'm not in the mood, I'm not going to do it. So it's like, I'm not in the mood of breathing. No. So he said, that's the pnimius of you, internalize it, that it's you. And then, these people, it comes to the extent, because I don't want people to know what I'm doing. It's my thing, it's my breathing. I don't need you to know I'm breathing. That's a mashal that Rabbi gives many times about people go on vacation. In fact, there's a sikha in the earlier Likkutei sikhas. People used to go to the country. So in the country, many people relax, you know, a lot of different things. So they say, the Rabbi used the expression, echte v'ashuv. Echte v'ashuv means the guy says, I'm going to sin and then I'll do tshuva. So the Rabbi says, when people say, echte, I'm going to sin, I go to the ashuv, then I'll come back to the city, I'll behave. But the echte over there, I'll sin, and v'ashuv, then I'll come back to the city, you know. I won't act like that. That's why if it's emes, in other words, when it's for show, it's not emes. Okay? Because there's nobody around, you're not going to do it. But emes means eternal, no matter who, what, when, where. It doesn't matter where I am, when I am, how I am, whatever. I'm in the mood, not in the mood. You do it because that's you. And it's your life dependent on it. And if your life is dependent on it, then, you know, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes,